Hello there, and welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very, very different stream than different show than what I usually do. But yes, as I also normally say up front or up top, welcome to Catch Up with Sonny. This time, just celebrating my birthday, I guess, because I am turning 30 years old. Tomorrow it is actually, but still been celebrating it a little bit today with family, and then gonna celebrate a little bit tomorrow as well on my actual birthday. And 30 years, turning a bit of a milestone. It feels weird with the big 3-0. But we're just gonna have a little bit of fun here and just yeah, some silly fun. And I brought some beers, so that's hopefully gonna add to the fun. Maybe you guys out there who are joining me on the stream live are going to have a few beers with me, or a drink, or whatever beverage you prefer. Maybe even some food, depending on where you are in the world. It might be time for breakfast, lunch, dinner. You never know. You never know. But thank you all so much for joining me here today. And I can already see in the chat some people saying happy birthday. Um, was that Sonny Trooper? Oh yeah, yeah. The thumbnail was me as I don't even remember like how old I was, but that was my first Star Wars costume. Stormtrooper, something that my dad, Major Dad, he made out of a shower curtain, and then my mom actually brought a real stormtrooper helmet back from London when she was in London at some point. So yeah, that was Sunny Trooper. I guess you can call it that. But once again, thank you all so much for joining me here. And there's no main topic really today. It's just gonna be some silly fun and a little bit of a Q&A. And I'm just gonna dive into the chat and answer as many of your questions as possible. And of course, if you want to, there's Streamlabs and Super Chat. You can find the link for Streamlabs down in the description below, and then Super Chat is just here on YouTube. You can find that in the chat. Um, that you can see there over on the side. And with that, you can throw a question my way or a comment, and I will, of course, read it out loud immediately. And then you can also donate a little bit to the channel. And it helps a lot. It supports me, supports Kat, and supports the channel, of course, and makes it possible to actually do this every day, editing and making reactions and doing these live streams as well. And I thank all of you so much for your kindness and your generosity, and the fact that you're here. Even more happy birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. And hey, Stormtrooper costume is awesome. Thank you. But I teased it a little bit in the description. And oh, hey, we already got a super chat from Timothy. Happy birthday, Sonny. Thank you so much, Timothy. I really appreciate that. Yeah, means a lot, your support there. Um, where's my girlfriend? It's already very late here in Denmark. So Kat is she's in bed right now, just sleeping because we are also going to be, gonna be joining another stream later on today. Oh, there it was, popping up on the stream, popping up on the screen. Joining another stream later today slash yeah tonight. It's gonna be like in the middle of the night slash early morning for us, and we're gonna be talking about the Schmodown and the first class league inside of the Schmodown that we're both going to be joining. So yeah, she's sleeping right now, resting, and then I'm just gonna wake her up when it's time to go live over on that one. But my first thought was it was probably just going to be me here talking to you guys, and just having some fun. But then, as I teased in the description, Major Dad, like I was thinking maybe he would like to join me, and yes, he agreed to do that. And I actually have him ready here on Zoom right now. So I think I'm just gonna bring him in, and then he's gonna be joining us for the whole show, and joining in, celebrating me, I guess. um, but yeah, let me just bring him in, and then we can just take it from there. There we go. And it should be. Yep, you saw a quick picture, and there he is. Hello, Major Dad. Oh, well, I just call you Dad, but to the people, it's Major Dad. They should be able to hear you now and see
Yeah,
you.
good, good. I was trying to figure out the whole screen thing and looking you on one side and the noise from the video was coming on at the same time. So I had to find out how to shut that off. So
I totally
I'll
get that.
distract it. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Technology. It's
Oh
setting up
yeah,
streams and stuff. Like, although you are good at technology, it's definitely not that. But
I got that pretty much down. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's because of you that I am kind of a tech geek as well. Yeah. Um, and see some questions already, and a lot of people in the chat and saying happy birthday. Thank you once again so much. And from
yeah, and I get to
Lothar,
join you as well and say
yeah,
happy birthday.
thanks,
Well,
Dad.
just depending how long the chat's gonna be or the stream's gonna be, but happy birthday tomorrow. I
Yeah.
don't know how you're turning 30 because I'm still 32 or something like that in my mind. So I don't know how that goes.
No, me neither. Me neither. I don't know. Like you must have had me when you were really young.
Extremely long. And thank you, Antonio. Yeah, thank you for the congrats to my son. Yeah.
Um,
Good
and uh,
evening.
and sorry, yeah, I saw a question from Lothar. Which beer do you like most? That's actually something I was just we're gonna get into first off is what kind of beverage are we going to be drinking? Because you have some options over there. You have maybe some classics in the beer department, and I have some very adventurous more like fruity beers that I picked up earlier today. Um, and yeah, you can present yours first. Like the green screen is messing a little bit with that one, but
Yeah, it's Tuborg Danish beer,
mm-hmm.
or I have the normal Budweiser. Some Americans might know that one.
Good old Budweiser. Yeah, yeah.
Good old Budweiser, or I might go with a Guinness.
With a Guinness. Oh
Yeah,
yes, I love a good Guinness.
yeah.
Preferably on tap, not in a can. But that's difficult when you can't go to a pub at the moment.
So I'll leave up to the guys in the chat. Which one should I pick? Tuborg
Yes.
or Budweiser or a Guinness?
Yes, sound off in the chat. That's, I guess, yeah, you can just vote on it or just say
Yeah,
whatever you think, like which beer Major Dad should crack open
whoever.
first.
Yeah, I'll
And
get through all three though, so don't worry.
yeah. And then I have, as I said, as I teased already, I have some more adventurous beers, I guess, that I picked up earlier today, and I'm gonna do my best here to present them. They're quite something, and they look pretty cool as well. Um, All right. Let me see. Let me see. Yes. So this one is called Swan Song, and it is a peach melba oast. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And peach melba, that means that it's with what was it? Peach, raspberry, and vanilla. Damn. Okay, so that might be a really sweet one, more of a dessert on a can. So yeah, that's the Swan Song. And then I have this thing looks like that, and it's called Goes to Hollywood, and it's a gose ale brewed with oranges. So also kind of sweet and fruity, but with oranges and something with Hollywood. And then the third one is looks like this, very colorful, also kind of a special beer. It's called Garden of Eden, and it is a fruit India Pale Ale. And I guess like fruit, that can be pretty much that can be a lot. So this is more of a mystery, but it is an India Pale Ale. So what do you guys think? I see people are saying Guinness at least so far. I think is winning out on your end at least. So that might be the
Yeah,
one that you're gonna be. cracking open.
Once someone said Guinness, I was on that one, so I'm pouring it at the moment. So
Okay, perfect. You're pouring
yeah,
it. I'm just gonna be
yeah.
drinking out of the can, but yeah, all right. Guinness for Major Dad, and then what do you guys think? For me, should it be the Swan song, the peach Melba thing, very sweet with yeah, peach, raspberry, and vanilla, or should it be the Goes to Hollywood, which is um kind of a yeah, pale ale with oranges, or should it be the third option with which is just a fruity pale ale? Go for the mystery, I would say. Feeling adventurous. All right. The Garden of Eden one sounds interesting. All right. So that was the last one. That's the small can, but fair enough. I'll start with that one. Perfect. All right, then you know what you're drinking. I know what I'm drinking. So let's just go like this. Uh, I have no idea if you guys were able to hear that.
I can bring it out to disappear and back in. I love this green screen stuff. It's not working,
It's working out all right, I
and
guess.
the beer's gone, and it's back in there.
And it's back in
This
there. And mine is just
happy
there.
birthday.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Skål and skål or cheers to everybody out there who's watching and joining us here on the stream. But yeah, let me taste this mystery beer. Oh damn, that's good. Oh, that's good. Very pale ale. And I like IPAs. It tastes like an IPA, but with fruity notes. I, you can't describe it much better than that. So I guess the description of a fruit Indian pale ale is quite accurate. Magic, they're saying in the chat. Magic. Holy shit, Hooble. Thank you so much, man. I don't know if you could see that popping up on screen, but Hooble just donated 200 bucks and said happy birthday, Sonny.
Wow.
Yes. Wow,
Thank
that's
you, Hubble. Yeah.
thank you so much for always supporting us here on the channel and supporting me and just being such an amazing part of our community. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining here as well. Um, hope you're doing well, buddy, and you know, having a good time in San Francisco. I guess you're still in San Fran at the moment. And thank you so much once again. That's so generous of you. You crazy man. Thank you so much. Oh man. That always leaves me kind of speechless. You know, when
You
donations
have a
come.
good community, and from a dad to Hubble, thank you so much. You're helping them out a lot, and I enjoy that people being nice to each other. And I can see a question in the chat as well. Any advice to people heading into the 30s? This is when life really comes together. In the 30s, from 30 to 35, your body can take any kind of beating. You are smart enough to not take the beating, and so on. So 30 to 35, that's a sweet spot.
That's the peak is what you're saying. So
Yeah.
I'm getting into my peak like part of
Yeah.
my life here. When maybe at some point I'm gonna have like children and do really adult stuff like move into a house and well I kind of already got a job or well I do. It's just not, you know, what people consider a regular job doing this sort of stuff, but um still being adult about it, I guess. But yeah, 30 years old. It just all of a sudden, at least that's what it feels for me. I feel like I just turned 20 like recently almost, and I just got out of well in Denmark it's called gymnasie, but I guess like the equivalent to that would be sort of a mix between high school and college. But I just graduated that. But no, that's several years ago now, and even did some time, I guess you could say, or yeah, 3 years at the university. Like time just flies by, and now all of a sudden, 30 years old. couldn't really celebrate it the way that I would have liked to, because I was thinking about throwing a big party for family and friends, because 30 seems like a big thing, like a big milestone, like the
But
last big
this is not
birthday.
the time. No,
No,
Th-
not right now.
no, no.
That would be ill-advised. Ill-advised. And I see Sweel is in the comments or in the chat as well. I'm only 25, but I feel the same way about when I was 20. Yeah. Just yeah,
Just you
all
guys
of a
wait
sudden.
until you get older. I I'm not disclosing my age, but once you pass 50, you look back and say, "What happened?"
What the
So
hell?
enjoy the ride. There might be something after this, I don't know, but I'm gonna get the most out of this ride. And if there's afterlife or I come back reincarnated as a rat or something, I'm gonna get the most out of this one. And then if I
Yes,
come
yes.
back, I'll probably come back as some kind of annoying animal or an insect or something like that. But then I know who to sting.
Oh yeah, come back as a wasp or something. No, 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 that's not gonna happen.
I'm
Um,
gonna come back as a mosquito. Really annoying.
really
I know who
annoying.
I'm.
And like,
Yeah, yeah,
why are you even here on Earth? What are you good for? You're just
yeah,
spreading disease. No, of course that's not gonna happen. But yeah, as you're saying, it's just getting the best out of life and just doing what makes you happy, and trying to be a good person and be good to those around you. I think that that's like the most important part. And what you said about getting to this age, the 30s or getting into the 30s, that is at least, something that I've come to learn, where I might have thought that I had it all figured out and I knew how the world was put together when I was in my early 20s or mid 20s or whatever.
yeah,
But it's only now when I've gotten to this stage where I really feel like I have enough life experience where I can kind of like settle down in my mind and be like, okay, that's who I am. That's how I view the world. And this is the me that I feel comfortable with, if you get my drift.
yeah, yeah,
You're of course always evolving as a person, but I think from, of course, when you're a kid and all the way up through the teenage and your 20s, like a lot is happening, and you're gonna go like shift around a lot as a person, or many people do, definitely, and really trying to figure out like where am I going, who am I, all that type of stuff. But it's only now where I'm this age and getting into my 30s that it's like, oh, I actually have a good grasp on that. I feel like, at
yeah,
least.
yeah. I mean, when you turn 13, 14, or 15, you think you know a lot about life. When you turn 20, you really think you're there. When I look back now, I will say that around 30 is when the mind is evolved enough to know not to do too stupid things, and the body can still take a beating and so on. So that's why I put 30 to 35 as in the sweet spot.
Hmm.
Uh, I still think that I have something to offer, even though I'm getting older. But I really enjoyed that part from 30 to 35, maybe up until 40, because you know a lot more. And
Hmm.
yeah, well, and once you get kids, you'll find out that you start off as a Superman, then you turn into a supervillain for a while, and then your only superpower after that will be invisible. Being
Invisibility.
invisible is, yeah, that's your superpower. But yeah,
Oh well, I hope it's not really the case with me and you, at least.
now I think we have a good relationship. I think that people can feel it, that we
Yeah,
know each other very well. We
comfortable
had
with each other.
yeah, yeah. We had some time to travel, go backpacking in Thailand, stuff like that. So when you were very young,
Hmm.
around 10, 11, you went backpacking in Thailand. And I think that it made you sort of grow up a bit to fun
Definitely.
things. And yeah, so I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah,
Hope you
same.
did too, if
Oh,
you can remember any.
I,
Yeah,
I, I most definitely can. I have very vivid memories about all of our travels and everything we did in that period of time. and how much it gave me as a person as well. And I see someone in the chat as well, Lothar again asking, how did you learn English so perfectly growing up and living in Denmark all the time? I guess, or yeah, he's guessing that. Yeah, yeah, I've been living in Denmark most of my life. I had a quick detour where I was living in Canada for a little while. But mostly, yeah, I attribute that to you, because when we were going out traveling, you were always like, well, if you want something, then go and ask yourself. You can do that. And we do learn English pretty early on here in Denmark. Like when I was attending school, we got to like got it in fourth grade. That's when we started to like have like English classes, lessons. And nowadays, I think it's all the way down to first grade is when they start learning English. So I already had some English skills, and also had like a really good buddy of mine who I'm still very very good friends with. I consider him one of my absolute best and closest friends, Zach, who has been on the channel as well a couple of times. Like he's from Britain, or his family is from Britain, from England. So they spoke English at home, so I learned some of it from there. So like it was a combination of that and traveling with you, learning it in school, and then also watching a lot of movie series
Yeah.
in English because I wasn't really that interested in many Danish like movies or cartoons or stuff like that most of the time. Like I wanted to watch Star Wars, and obviously they speak English in Star Wars. So,
Yeah,
um,
we also
yeah,
we did speak English at home every now and then just to get used to speaking English as well.
that's true.
I
That's true.
noticed that Hubel just went. He's turning 44 next week. That's a great age.
Yeah,
Love it, enjoy it for Hubel. He also put
cry
a
emoji.
yeah. So don't cry about it. It gets better along the way. At some point, it might not, but from
Mm.
30 to where I'm at now, it's been a ride, and just enjoy it. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's. You can always say it's different depending on who you are. Like you're when you consider like you the peak part of your life when that was. But as you're saying, I think the most important part of it is the enjoying every step along the way and just living in the now, and trying to appreciate what you've learned through the years, and then
And also,
yeah.
Hubble mentioned that traveling helps a lot. So if you get a chance, everyone in the chat as well, if you get a chance to go out traveling,
Mm,
it helps a lot to get to know the world, go around the world. I had
hmm.
the great opportunity of going to different parts of the world, uh, good touristy parts as well as not so touristy parts, or the sandbox or whatever you call it when you go to Iraq and places like that. But
Yeah.
Africa as well. Uh, it's very good for you. It
Mm.
evolves you. I don't know if you can remember when you were about, well, you were around 9 years old. You actually tried to do mine clearance in Kosovo
I do remember
in,
that.
in a machine. So
I was
traveling
I
around the world is good.
I was safe. Like I was not in danger or
Yeah,
anything, but I do remember being, all the way up in like the control house or whatever you want to say, like on
yeah,
that machine and driving through the minefield and just, getting those little bumps whenever
yeah,
something happened, and seeing
yeah.
those chains like swirl around like down on the ground, and like the
Yeah.
way that machine was made
It,
was quite unique
it,
as well.
it's a
That's what I
called
remember.
it's called a mine flail.
Mind flail. Okay, that's what
Yeah,
it's called. Okay, I actually never knew that. I just remember being in it, on it. And just real quick, I just see some people saying happy birthday as well, and then that they have to leave. But thank you so much for joining. I see Frank there. Thank you so much, Frank Hannick. Hennick. Definitely like a name that I recognize, that I've seen on the channel so many times, and thank you for following us for so long, and being a part of the community. It's really it's also like for me is it's I like to show my appreciation, and I wanted to take some time on this stream as well to just show some appreciation for all of you guys, and wanting to follow me and Kat here, and now also Major Dad, because I guess, well, you're becoming quite like a part of the channel as well.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to this. I'm
Mm,
a question for the community. First of all, cheers to Mark from Munich. Munich is a great place, especially for going out to have a beer. But also a question to the community. I'm new to this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to act on screen. I mean, I'm pretty quiet, slow mo, not saying too much on the screen. When I'm in front of the men, I can be quite loud if need be. How should I come across on the videos? Right now, we are reacting to Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
mm.
and I'm still just being more or less me, but I could be more loud. Would that be beneficial, or should I just be me more quiet as I am now?
Well,
Sound off.
you know my opinion about it, and
Yeah.
I always say be genuine, be who you are. Even though I know that like being louder, that's also a side of you that like it can be you as well if you would, if that's what you want to bring out. But you as a person, you're more stoic. I would say that's the term I would use at least when it comes to your demeanor in the reaction videos. But I also think that's that and your jokes as well. Like people think you're quite funny, from what I've seen in the comments, and also that you bring some wisdom to the whole thing, and it's not just because even though I'm turning 30, I'm still quite young. I would say.
Compared to
So
me,
it's,
yeah.
yeah, well, yeah. So still not saying any age or anything. But yeah, I do see some people saying you're great already, Major Dad. Just be you. I think always be you, but don't be afraid to be loud if you feel like it. And Timothy saying I like your dry humor and the relaxed way you discuss topics. No change needed. True Targaryen, I honestly prefer reactors to act naturally, whatever is most comfortable for them. And that's I guess like what we try to do as well. And not saying that other reactors aren't being themselves. I know there are reaction channels out there that are quite loud and very emotive, and they yell a lot and they scream a lot. And that might just very well be who they are as people, but it's not like we are more. Maybe you can attribute it to where we're from. Like it might be our Scandinavian roots. Like we are more subdued as people. We're not as loud typically. Like if you go out
But
in
you told
public
me,
in Denmark, it's like you won't see people talking loudly a lot of the time. It's very quiet. People don't go around and are like, "Hey, I'm here. Look at me. Look at me." It's more like, "Hey, everybody else, shut up. I want my privacy." kind of a deal.
yeah, but I can be loud. You know, I can be loud if need be, and I can react somewhat harder to some things.
Mm,
My biggest issue at the moment is that I have a lot of one-liners, and you say you enjoy my humor, but some of the humor is not really for public use, more or less, because if in front of my men, I can read people when I'm face to face with them. On screen, I have a hard time reading people. I have a
mm.
hard time sort of finding the right place to sort of be, at least at the moment, because it's still new to me being to be in front of the screen. When I watch myself, I just turn it off. Well, I don't like myself on screen. I think no one ever really does. So
No, that's never something like even,
yeah,
famous actors, they're like, I don't like watching movies when I'm in them. So I guess that like for most people, and I'm sure there's people out there who just love watching themselves and hearing themselves. But yeah,
they're called politicians.
exactly. There you go, some of that
Yeah.
dry humor. Um, I did see a question from Edith. How old is Kat? She's a little bit younger than me. I'm not gonna divulge her exact age because I don't know if she would want. She's just a little bit younger than me. Um, yes. Did I see? I saw another question. And thanks again to everybody wishing me a happy birthday. I really, really, really appreciate it. Oh, and yeah, I see the comment there from Mark that you referenced. Yeah, Mark from Munich. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Which I did see a question. Where did it? Oh, there we go. Timothy, what did you do as a study slash work before? I guess that's referring to me. But I studied communication and performance design at something called Roskilde University, fairly close to Copenhagen, I guess you could say. It's like when you're in Denmark, everything is relatively close because it's such a small
Yeah,
country.
nothing's far away. No.
Nothing's far away here. But yeah, communication and performance design. Performance design is a bit hard to pin down as a thing, but it's mostly about like how we act, how we perform as people, and you can bring in media and movies and theater into that equation as well. But it's about people and how we act. So yeah, studying that, and then my work, what I was working as before. I was actually fresh off of like the university, and then I had a small like period, like where I a period of time where I was working as a like not really, I wasn't getting paid, unfortunately, but I was working for this company called Nordisk Film, which translates to Nordic Film, which is I think one of, if not the oldest film companies, distributors like in the world, and they have like this. They're located in the same part of like Copenhagen, the Copenhagen area that they've always been in since oh, where late 1800s or something. Not quite sure, early 1900s. Yep, pretty old. So yeah, I was working there and working with in like sort of like an advertisement part of that whole business for the Danish cinemas because they also own a bunch of cinemas. Um, and then I was editing a lot of videos and doing some graphics for them. So that's how I kind of transitioned into this. And when I sort of lost that job, I was trying to find something else, and then I just started doing this as a hobby, and then it evolved. So that's kind of like my story when it comes to that. When it comes to work, at least. But before that, I was just studying for a long while, and before I started studying communication and performance design, that's when I was living in Canada for a little while, and when I was there, I worked as a ski instructor, so that was something completely different. But I enjoyed that as well very much. I love skiing. That's something that I miss dearly, especially in these times. And I know you would agree with me there that traveling, especially going skiing, that's something that we miss and would like to do, but can't really for obvious reasons at the moment.
No, Nordic Film is founded in 1906. 1906.
1906. Okay, so it was right on the border there at the, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so at the start of 1900s, 1906. Gotcha.
by a guy called Olsen.
Yes, same last name as us. But that is a very common surname here in Denmark, so I guess
Cheers.
it's not weird. Yeah, cheers again, all you guys. Skål. Or Skål, as I guess that's how they say it now in Viking series and
Skull.
games.
Yeah.
Skål, because like, drinking out of our enemy's skull. It's like no, Skål.
Yeah.
It translates to, well, it doesn't, yeah, well, it translates to, well, cheers, but it's also a Danish word for a bowl, like a bowl you put something in.
Yeah.
um, cheers, guys. Cheers. And if anyone else, like, if you have any questions at all, like I said up top, like this is also kind of a Q&A thing. So feel free to just ask away. It can't really be anything for either me or Major Dad, and then we can decide whether or not we're going to answer it. But like, I do encourage you to just shoot from the hip, pretty much. You can do that in the chat, and then there's also Streamlabs and a Super Chat where you get to support the channel a little bit if you want to. It's just an option, and if you can't do that through Streamlabs or Super Chat, then of course there's the regular chat, and then it also helps if you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. But I'm guessing many of you have, because I do see a lot of familiar names in the chat at least. And yeah, thanks again for being with us here. Oh, and you're welcome, Timothy. Happy to answer anything, anything at all. So, how are you doing on your beer?
Well, I'm getting there slowly, and I can,
You
if
don't,
there is no questions, I can fill out with jokes or whatever. So it's your birthday, you choose.
fair enough, fair
So
enough. And you
just
don't have to chuck the beer or anything. But yeah, sorry.
no, that's my normal drinking speed. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. Like I'm also like almost done with this, and it's also because
Okay.
it tastes so good. Like this is really, you'll have to come with me to that shop. Like they had so
Yeah.
many awesome beers, and I mentioned this when I talked to you earlier, but the people who are watching obviously haven't heard it. But the guy I bought the beers from, he was actually from Canada, from
Yeah.
British Columbia, where that was like in that part of Canada where I was living as well for a little while, and he could kind of hear on my accent or in my voice, or he was asking me, where are you from? Because you do not sound like you're from Denmark. So I always take that as a compliment when people can't identify my accent. Um, but yeah, you'll have to come with me at some point.
Yeah. I'm up for
So
that. That's one of the good things when you go to the States or to Canada. There's a large selection of microbreweries and beers from different places,
yes.
different tastes. So it's good.
Oh yes, we don't have a lot of that here. We used to not have a lot. I think they're popping up more and more, and I do see more exotic beers or like exotic or like
Yeah.
variation and selection when it comes to beers in our
Yeah, it's
shops.
getting better. And to Mark, I'm drinking Guinness.
Yes, good old Guinness. I guess Guinness it's a beer that it's either you really love it or you don't at all. Or that's at least what I've heard from people. Like you and I, we love it. Like that's one of our guilty pleasures. When we could still go out to a pub here in Denmark, we would just meet up and sit down and just have a couple of Guinness and talk about anything really. Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to we being able to do that again, and we can sit outside and be politically incorrect and have a cigar and a Guinness.
Yes.
That's really great.
That's not something we've done in a long while. That's yeah. And then as you're saying, it's not correct to sit outside and have a cigar and this, but I think it's or well, I shouldn't say correct, but people are like, "Oh, that's not healthy. Don't smoke." But yeah, sometimes you just need to live life.
Yeah,
Hey, Jimmy. Tusind tak skal du have. Det er sødt af dig at kigge forbi. Not a lot of Danes in the
no,
community, but Jimmy, he's been with us for a long while. So thank you. Tusind tak.
tak Jimmy. And to Hubel, yeah, if you live close to a microbrewery with Spanish tapas as well,
Oh,
I'll look you up.
yeah.
Take me there. That sounds great.
Maybe you should come with us when Kat and I go to San Fran, because that's like one of the first places we're gonna be going to or traveling to when it all opens up again, and then meeting up with Hubel, hopefully, if you have time. um,
San Francisco is a great place. I enjoyed it. I went there with my wife, so
mm. Yeah, went there with Kat as well, and we only had like a day and a half in San Fran, and that was just not enough time at all. Like we planned that poorly. We should have spent
We
way
had
more days
a
there.
we had about a week and it wasn't enough. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to, yeah,
yeah,
just put aside a lot of doing that. All right, I do see some questions from Antonio. What was your first reaction video about? The very first video that we did on the channel was actually a trailer reaction for Avengers Endgame. Um, Kat and I, we did that. It was from like the very first trailer for Avengers Endgame. And then after doing that, we really didn't do anything for like months. I don't even remember how many months. And then we started doing it again when Game of Thrones season 8 came about. So that was like the first series we really reacted to was the last season of Game of Thrones, and then after that it was Chernobyl, and then so on and so on. But yeah, it all started with a trailer reaction, and then Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, if you ask me, the weakest season overall when it comes to Game of Thrones, but that's just what it is. I wish we could have reacted to the entire series. That would have been a lot of fun because we really got into it. And when some of those like big moments happen in Game of Thrones, like some of those really, holy shit, they just kill off that character and that character and fuck. We had huge reactions to that when we watched it, or I should say when I read it. Like I read the books beforehand, but it was still like oh yeah, there were still a lot of surprises in that series, and it was so good. Now you rarely hear people talk about it anymore. It's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I know you enjoyed it a lot as well, Game of Thrones, and you've read the books too,
I did. Yeah,
A Song of Ice and Fire. So I wonder if we're ever going to get Winds of Winter, because George R. R. Martin he just signed on to another like television deal with HBO, and it's like, dude, please, for the love of
God, write that damn book. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
but
been on it forever, and yeah,
yeah, it's been 10 years since we got the last book, 10 freaking years, and still,
and I
uh,
I really need the books because the what they did with the series at the end, it just seemed too rushed. It
yes,
was rushed all the way, and I really like the whole building up to the end of each episode or each season, and they
mm,
didn't do that with the last season. It was like we'll rush this and get it over with, and like other things in life, don't
mm,
rush it, guys. No, sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Please don't
yeah,
don't do like they did, just rush
yeah.
through everything and then nothing makes sense. Oh yeah, we could rant about that for a long time, I'm sure. Another question from Ryan. Do you and Kat have any plans to react to anything new in the future? Definitely, definitely. It's difficult to put anything new into the schedule right now because Kat is so busy with like she's working two jobs, and also still joining me for a couple of reactions a week. Right now, she's just watching, or we're just watching, The Legend of Korra together. But she is going to be joining me for a couple of episodes of Naruto next week, and then once we're done with The Legend of Korra, at least, we're gonna put out a poll where you guys can vote on a another short form animated series. Um, and I have a feeling that something like Attack on Titan is going to be like a very like that's going to be a contender right there because a lot of people are asking us to react to that one. And then also when it comes to the Marvel series, like you and I, we're watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier at the moment. But when that's done, then like I don't know how long after that. But then like the next one is Loki, and Kat is gonna be joining for that one. But so yeah, trying to squeeze in reactions with Kat as often as I can without forcing her to do it because I don't want to do that. Like she's busy enough as is. But thank you for the question, definitely. I'm a little bit behind here in the chat. Da, 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 da. I don't suppose you've been watching Six Nations rugby union competition. If not, what sports, if any, do you participate in, watch, and or follow? That was from True Targaryen, and I think that that could be a question to both of us then. Um, Not really that much into sports. Never have been.
I used to
Yeah.
be a physics training officer in the army, so I sort of participate in most kind of sports. What I enjoy the most to watch is once we have a national competition where with either handball or football,
Mm.
I'll follow it. And
Or
yeah,
international, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, international,
Mm.
yeah, international uh, World Cups and stuff like that. I'll follow that. But
Mm.
apart from that, I want to join. I want to be in there. I don't watch it. I want to be in there and
Do
join it.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
yeah. And join the fun. Yeah, it's pretty much same here. Like I grew up with like a lot of my friends, of course, watching football or soccer to some of you guys out there. And that's always been the big one. And then for us in particular here in Denmark, the Danes, we have some very talented handball teams, both with the guys and the ladies, and they've always yeah been extremely good. So that it's fun to watch because they win a lot.
yeah.
Um, and then you get that national pride thing going on. But other sports that I do enjoy watching more is like hockey. I enjoyed watching a lot when I was living in Canada,
Yeah.
and then the one that I do enjoy the most is yeah, once again skiing, uh,
Yeah.
which we can't do because Denmark is flat as a pancake. We don't have any mountains, but our neighboring countries do. So it
I
is what
do
it is.
follow American football every now and then. I
Mm?
have a few American friends, and at least I follow the Super Bowl or when once they get close to the Super Bowl, and it tends to be the team that I'm rooting for is probably not going to win. So ask me who's going to win and play on the other one. That'll
Yeah.
work.
Bet on the other team. Bet on the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really rooting for Kansas this time because I have a friend living in Kansas. You know him as well, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Paul. Yeah.
I was rooting so much for Kansas, and they just
Yeah.
no, that didn't work.
That
Yeah,
didn't go well. No.
no.
Um. But yeah, something like
I enjoyed Tom Brady. He changed another another team and did it again.
yeah.
So
That guy
Tom
seems
Brady is yeah.
pretty unstoppable. Like one of those athletes that's it's gonna be remembered definitely. Um.
Yeah, and it just
But
goes to show because he was actually voted a guy not really he didn't have the right body for it. He wasn't supposed to be that good,
mm,
but he's quite good.
he proved
They
everybody
were
wrong
expecting.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm, yeah.
that's fun to watch as well. So I like any kind of sports where I get surprised.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah,
I did like I tried a lot of sports when I was a kid, you know, growing up. I tried, you know, playing soccer or football. That never really caught on. Swimming I did a lot. I was kind of good at that, but also sort of lost interest. Tennis, tried that for a little while, lost interest. And what else did I do? Volleyball. I did like that, but
yeah.
that also kind of fizzled out, unfortunately. But my team, they were, you know, like junior um, champions in like, was it in all of Denmark or was it just, you know, our island, Sealand? I think it was just
I can't
our
remember. Yeah,
island.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Where we were like champions, junior champions. But after that, I tried Australian football. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
where I wasn't really, I wasn't one of those big guys who could like tackle the others. I was like the small, fast dude where you would just like throw the ball to me, and then I would like just run as fucking
Y-
far as I
You
could with that thing.
run, yeah, because someone's be after you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Run,
And they would most likely be bigger than me, so I would
run, Forest, run. Yeah.
exactly. I was that guy.
Yeah.
Always been quite fast when it came
Yeah.
to that. Like I'm good at running, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, it's never like my big interest in our like what we've always been bonding about hasn't really been sports. It has been sci-fi
Well,
and fantasy, and movies and
who
stuff
will
like
put
that.
in a question about parkour? Have I heard about parkour? Yeah, I have. Before that, it was called just the military obstacle course or pentathlon, more or less. It's
Mm,
about moving from one place to another and keeping your center of gravity as low to the obstacle as possible. So
mm,
I've been doing military pentathlon for a while. I've been training people for it, and Sonny also been to the obstacle course and trying to get across the different kind of
yeah.
small walls or the highest obstacle is 5 meters, 5 meter high, and you jump down from there. And Sonny didn't get to do that because he was young at the time.
Yeah, I
But
actually remember really loving that, loving the obstacle course and the
yeah,
whole military installation around like where you were
yeah,
working there and doing
on the base, yeah,
on the base. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And now it's not there anymore, unfortunately.
No,
But
they tore it down.
yeah, but I did enjoy it a lot. I really did. That new oh sorry, just jumping into the chat here, a little bit behind still. Hubel saying that new animated series Invincible on Amazon sounds good. We've gotten a few suggestions about that. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. No.
Invincible. I think they just released the first three episodes. It's kind of like The Boys. You know The Boys, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. A great series. Great
It is.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Very bloody and raunchy and R-rated. And apparently this is just like that, but animated and even more bloody and R-rated. And I kind of like when animated shows they just go in like the complete different like opposite end compared to like kid shows.
I like getting surprised by different kind of shows, videos, or series, or even animated series and so on. I
Mm,
noticed in some of the comments that I talked about One Division about as being artsy.
mm,
I didn't say artsy fartsy because I do find artsy good. I like to get surprised as well, and other times I like to pick a movie or a series that don't really surprise me that much because I want to get entertained. So
yeah.
I like the choice. So there's nothing bad in the word artsy. I like art. I even though I don't seem like it, I do make paintings. I take time off just painting stuff. We have paintings in the living room that I painted,
Yes.
signed, and so on.
They're quite
Uh,
good actually.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember that time when you started painting, and I found that like I was wow, because you've already been really good, always been really good at drawing and just writing very beautifully. So I kind of wasn't surprised when you kind of ventured into I'm gonna paint something. I'm gonna do a painting.
I do calligraphy, and
Mm.
that surprises people because men normally don't do that, and men that tend to try to be I try to look badass most of the time, and when
Like
I at the same time do artsy stuff and do calligraphy, and people goes, what,
yeah,
that
you're
guy's weird. Yeah,
artsy version of Bruce Willis, I guess. Even
yeah,
though I'm sure he does art as well, but
yeah.
that's a compliment. I know that that's or at least people have been saying you look like Bruce Willis ever since I was a kid. I always like I remember that like hey, your dad looks like Bruce Willis. Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
It's an okay comparison. I like that.
it's not bad. It's not bad. Even though like at the moment, most of the movies he's in, it seems like he's just doing it for the
He's just
money. He's just phoning it in.
yeah
He had
yeah
his
yeah
yeah, we talked about
he
peaks earlier. He had it,
yeah
and
yeah
now he's just surviving, just working, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
Guys gotta make a living, so yeah, I guess.
exactly. Exactly. Ah, right. And you guys, of course, are still very much welcome to put in any question, anything at all. Feel like I've been drinking this slowly, because now I look at the time and we've already been talking for almost an hour, even though it doesn't feel like it for me at all. But I'm gonna just
A-
drink
As you guys
the
can
last small
probably
sip of this.
imagine, Sonny and I, we can talk for hours about different stuff, just sitting anywhere talking about stuff. So now we do it online, but time just flies, and I like that.
Yeah, same
I
here.
hope anyone of you, if, when, or if you have kids or so on, that you get a good relationship with your kids. I enjoy that very much. So thank you for, yeah, bearing with me. Cheers.
You're perfectly welcome, and yeah, it's something that I've always enjoyed as well. And I, of course, it's not everybody is different, and we all have different upbringings and being raised by different like parents, and like parents have reasons for raising their kids the way that they are, and it's different for everyone. But I'm just glad that we got to the point where we are now, and that we are like love spending time with each other, and that you are joining me here on the channel as well, and in these talks. You're not as tipsy as you should be. Yeah, exactly. I know. So I better crack open another beer. And I'm gonna let you guys decide again. So the ones that you can choose from is the Swan Song, which was the peach Melba, the very fruity sounding thing, with peach, raspberry, and vanilla. That's that one. Look how pretty it is. And then the other option is this one, which is Goes to Hollywood, um, an ale brewed with oranges. So an orangey beer. So I'm guessing it's gonna be orange.
I like the TV pulse signal on the front of it.
I like
That's
that as
pretty
well,
cool. Yeah,
very
yeah,
much. It's kind of fitting for just the
yeah.
channel, what we're talking about. And
And
yeah.
this brings me to one point. I
Mhm.
should have been to the bathroom before this, so I had a beer now and keep people busy. I'll be right back.
Yes, just yeah, go for a pee break. No worries. I'm gonna hold the fort. Remember not to bring your microphone with you. I'm sure he did not do that. Time for the next beer. Yeah, you're right, Timothy. You're right. You are certainly right. Ah, I will try because you guys are relationship goals. Seriously. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Just curious if you've ever watched Captain Dissolution. No. I'm not sure that I like even know what it is, to be honest. Is it a movie, a series, animated? What is it? And then yeah, still encourage all you guys to just send in your questions about anything really relating to the channel or me personally, Major Dad, when he comes back. Um, but I do have like one thing to bring up. Even though Kat and I we aren't really doing trailer reactions anymore, a trailer did come out that I kind of want to mention or just yeah talk about real quick. The Suicide Squad. Fuck, that looks crazy. Damn, King Shark. It looks bloody and violent and R-rated. And I kind of loved the trailer. It was a lot of fun. There are a lot of good actors in it that I really love. Of course, Margaret Robbie is always good as Harley Quinn. think of like like the movies that she's been in. You can think of them what you want, but she's always great. Idris Elba is one of my absolute favorites. But I just thought it looked really, really cool. And then just speaking of King Shark before, I'm sure most of you guys out there already know, but the guy voicing him is apparently Sylvester Stallone. That's fucking crazy. I really like that. I was just mentioning, I don't know if you've seen it. It's the trailer for the new The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. He's the guy who did the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Are you there, or are you getting back in?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm, I'm still trying to get this working, so just a second.
No worries, no
I
worries.
took it out because I didn't want to bring you guys to the bathroom, so I
No, no,
just
I
need
was
to.
also
It's
kind of
working now.
hoping you
Yeah,
wouldn't do that.
yeah. No, it's always good thing on the movies that people go to the bathroom with the microphone. So I was pretty much aware of that. So I just need to get it working. So just a
Uh,
second.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No worries, no worries.
uh, yeah, good to go.
Good to go, good to go.
You were saying? Sorry.
I was just talking about like before you came in, that I just watched the new trailer for the movie The Suicide Squad, not to be confused
Yeah,
with the movie Suicide Squad that already came out. Um, this is like still in the DC universe, some of the same characters played by the same actors, but new director, new vibe, and it looks
yeah.
fucking crazy. I don't. Did you see the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer. I just saw a poster for it. They're giving the life for this or something like that. So
You should
yeah,
watch it.
yeah,
It looks
yeah,
bonkers, and very R-rated. There's a DC character who's called King Shark. It's a walking shark.
yeah.
'Cause why not?
Well, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
And he looks like absolutely volatile, crazy in that movie, like eating people and ripping them apart, and there's blood everywhere, and it looks very R-rated. And then he's voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Once again, why not?
yeah.
It looks great. It looks really great. Looking forward to that one. Did anyone mention anything about the what beer I should be trying? Because if not, I'm just gonna crack open the Goes to Hollywood one because I think that's most fitting. Um,
Yeah, goes to Hollywood. Yeah,
Goes
go
to
with that one.
Hollywood. I'm just gonna go with.
Yeah,
I want to get started on it because it's not as cold as it was when I took it out the fridge. Oh, and beautiful sound.
oh,
And
my beer keeps disappearing when I put it on.
oh yeah,
Green beer on green screen doesn't work. No.
perfect.
Cheers.
Cheers. Skål, everybody. God damn, this is really good as well. Like this is dangerous stuff. Dangerous shop that I just found earlier today.
What was it at in Copenhagen?
No, it was here in Valby.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's very close by. And I'm saying, well, it's still on the outskirts of Copenhagen. Some people would still consider it part of Copenhagen in a way. But it's like, yeah, part of it that's called Valby. Valby,
Yeah.
if you want to put a English. But um, any questions? Oh yeah, Sweel was asking if I've ever watched Disillusion, and apparently that is a YouTube channel on video editing slash special effects and such. His videos are some of the highest effort content that exists on this platform, in my opinion. That's cool. Maybe I should actually look that up because I can always learn more, and I know that you're getting into the whole editing space or editing game, Sweel, and trying to edit a lot of stuff yourself. So yeah, it's always good learning, and thank you for recommending that. I should definitely check it out, and I will, because I might learn a new trick or two when it comes to editing videos, or might even get some new inspiration for something else on the channel. Um, see any other questions. Oh, just from Taurus. Hey, Sonny, how's it going, bud? Going pretty well. It's almost my birthday now. Getting close. What's the time? Oh yeah, it's actually uh, here in Denmark. It's a quarter to midnight. So
So 50 minutes from your birthday, yeah.
15 minutes. It's gonna like officially be my 30th birthday. So yeah,
Or to be
doing well.
precise, 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Okay, that's when I was born
Yep.
30 years ago. Okay, yeah, yeah. Fair enough, fair
Yep.
enough. So very close at least. But I am doing well and enjoying all of you guys, like you guys' company, and the fact that Major Dad is here as well. Me company for the entire stream, which I'm very grateful for, because I thought it was just going to be me. Not that there's anything
Yeah, how
wrong with
about
that. Oh, my camera just went out.
well,
Is
I
there?
can sing and dance for a while you get it back on. No, we'll just wait. See if we can make it work.
Yeah, that was quite weird.
Is the camera on the computer or a separate camera?
Oh no, now it looks way different. Why in the...
Please, please launch Sparkle Cam. You just got hacked, my boy.
No, 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 I didn't.
No, no.
Nope, that's
Can I get it
the
working?
wrong camera. Why in the actual... Just a
Do
second.
is is it the camera on the computer or it's just it's a camera
It's my webcam
separate web
that
camera?
just went out for some reason.
Unplug it, plug it back in. You'll get the one from the computer if you unplug it and unplug it back in.
There we go.
Yep.
That was that
Interesting is the
that
right word.
that
Yeah.
was weird. Yeah. Sorry, you probably
Yeah.
saw some settings and some stuff going on there. Me just scrambling about like, oh, what the hell happened?
No, no, nothing got
Okay.
online
Well, yeah, perfect. Just technical
so,
difficulties. It happens. It happens.
and,
And especially when beer is
and
involved, apparently.
as Timothy writes, yeah, stop pouring beer into your camera. You drank too much.
Yeah, just drink it instead. And with
Yeah.
that, scored once again.
Yeah. Yeah, this works great. Just
Works really great, yeah. Um,
yeah.
all right, I did see another question from Timothy. Do you favor any music genre? Um, for you, it's more divided into, as you always say,
Good
good or
music, bad music.
yeah, good music or bad music, music you like or
Yeah.
music you do not like.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I can listen to most stuff out there. Growing up or as a teenager, I should say, into my 20s, I was listening to a lot of hip hop, rap,
Yeah.
but then I also started listening to a lot of folk and rock, indie rock. I've always been listening to um, Prince, who is
Yeah.
an enigma when it comes to genres because he can do anything and everything. Funk most of the time, but yeah, I can also listen to more house kind of stuff or like techno. Like it depends on where you are and what, like if you're at a party or just chilling. If we are, for example, like this is more of a specific thing, but if we are out traveling, if we are in Austria skiing, then there's a very certain type of music that you listen to there
Well,
and only there.
German Schlager
German
Musik.
Schlagermusik, yeah.
That
Um,
that that works when you're on a ski vacation, and if you're driving around in Canada, I like listening to country. I even like while driving here in Denmark. I like to listen to country.
Yeah, country
I
music.
find
Yeah.
if yeah, country music. If I listen to AC/DC while driving, I'm gonna drive too fast. So
Yeah. Just pedal to the metal and listening to
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Hell's Bells or Thunderstruck or something. Yeah, that's
yeah. I
I
just
get
tend to
that.
drive too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's when I'm driving as well. It's don't want to listen to something that's gonna make me go like get angry. But
yeah,
more chill like that. That's when I listen to a lot of folk as well, or just some
yeah,
more mellow hip hop is what I'm listening to when I'm driving.
yeah.
But yeah, that's but you can listen to anything really. Pretty much anything. There's of course always like going to be bands or artists that I'm not fond of, but we all have that something
Just
where we
switch to
hear
another
it.
channel. It yeah.
Exactly. Switch it off or switch to
If I
another
come
channel.
across if I come across a movie that's I don't like, just switch it off, pick another one. Same with music.
Yep. Yep.
Someone put in Antonio asked me what kind of paint I prefer using. Well, it depends on what I'm painting. I like oil paintings or oil paint because you can do a lot more with oil paints, but it takes too long to dry out. So most of the time I work with acrylic paint,
Mm.
which is easier to work with. But I tried doing watercolors as well. I'm yeah, I'm too messy for that. So
Mm.
acrylic or oil paint.
Fair enough. Fair enough. True Targaryen, any book recommendations? What have you been reading lately? And are there any novels that have particularly impacted you both? Um, we both like to read, well, fantasy and sci-fi. And if it's inside of like the Star Wars universe,
I
galaxy,
read most
that's
of the
yeah.
Star Wars books, more or less. I enjoyed The Expanse, the books, The Expanse books,
Mm-hmm.
and at the moment I'm reading, or more or less I'm listening to while driving or commuting to work. I'm listening to work called a book called Back to Work. I think the U.S. version of this is bullshit jobs or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I listen to stuff that relates to work and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So fantasy or job related stuff.
Yeah. For me, it's mostly fiction,
Yeah,
and sci-fi and fantasy. And I did enjoy reading A Song of Ice and Fire a lot. And then I have been reading a lot of Star Wars books, like the old, like they're called Legends now, and before that they were just called like the Expanded Universe. Reading a lot of those, and trying to keep up with the new canon stuff, but just got so much stuff on my plate. And then I also started reading the Witcher books, and I do want to get back into those, reading those. But yeah, would like to read more. What I'm saying, read
yeah.
or listen to audiobooks. That's also, that's a good way of doing it, because then you can do other stuff while.
Back and forth to work. It's great having audiobooks.
Mm,
On vacation, I enjoy reading, just lying, doing absolutely nothing and just reading. I
mm,
enjoy that diving into a book and going into a fantasy world.
mm,
I enjoy that. As I said on the stream last time with Falcon and Winter Soldier, I read or watch things to get entertained. I can also choose to get into something because I need to go deep on it, but that's rarely the occasion when I want to get entertained
mm.
or on vacation.
Yep, yep. It's
And I noticed that Bree asked, "Who's the man with Sonny?" And that's his dad. Yes.
yes, that is my
Thank,
dad.
thank you for calling me man.
Yes.
You could have used a lot of other words that I didn't like very much. So
Yeah.
thank you for calling me a man at least.
Who's that old fart on the camera? No.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't
No.
go there. Um,
Yeah.
Taurus asking, have you seen Zack Snyder's Justice League? No. haven't had time to sit down and watch it yet because it's 4 freaking hours
Four
long.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah. But I will watch it, and I'm actually planning on doing a watch along on the channel
Yeah.
live one of these days, where I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch the entire thing. Not with a picture in picture or anything. So I'm just gonna say when I press play, I'm gonna figure out a way to maybe have a timer there or something, and then you guys can join in and watch it with me if you'd like to, and then I'll just comment and react to it along the way and say a few words afterwards. And then I'm also planning on doing like a whole live stream about Justice League with a couple of friends of mine who are way more into DC Comics than I am. Not that I'm not into DC Comics, it's just that they know way more about it than I do. They are almost experts in that area, and they have a lot of thoughts about the movie. And I thought it would just be fun to bring them on because I don't know everything, far from it. But I'm excited to watch it because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. I did watch the 2017 version from that got, yeah, the whole Joss Sweden thing, and that was just a very forgettable movie. So this can only be like better than that. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
enjoy it more than the previous version, and I'm just trying to be very kind right now. Um, Antonio, have you thought about watching the American television series The Flash? I'm guessing you're referring to the whole CW universe with the Arrow and the Flash and Legends of Tomorrow, all of that stuff. I was watching it, and I was watching everything, all the episodes, and then it was too much at one point. I couldn't keep up, and there was just too many filler episodes, and they just lost me sometimes with some of the stuff that was going on. But I did enjoy a lot of it, and especially the Flash. Actually, I think the guy playing Barry Allen. I can't remember his name right now. I think Grant Dustin or something. I'm not sure. Please correct me on that if I'm wrong. But he was just doing a really good job. But maybe I should get back into it at some point. But I did watch a lot of it for a long while. Have you've seen some of those as well, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm, mm. Um, have you thought about? Oh, that was the same one. Why does Cat hate King Shark? Where did you hear that? Um, yeah, King Shark, the character I mentioned earlier that's in the Suicide Squad. I showed the trailer to Kat, and she was like, "Nope, I am
Yep.
not going to watch that specifically because of that shark dude, because that was just she does not like creatures eating people whole, and the blood was just it was too much. So that would be the reason why she's probably not a fan of King Shark and why she's not going to watch the movie. All right. I think I'm catching more or less up on the questions here in the chat. The Justice League movie is dead to me now. I think a lot of people would agree with you there, Hoople. 1 minute until birthday. Oh shit. Oh, she said it on Discord. Okay. Yeah. I was. That's what I was. That's what I thought. Yeah. Uh, Blood of Elves, first book of the Witcher series, might be a useful read before the Witcher season 2 drops. Yes, that's the one that's one I got. I want to get in before season 2 drops. So yeah, thank you, Alfie. Thank you very much. All right, is it? Well, oh yeah, it's midnight now.
It's about midnight, and I don't know if you can read this one. No, you can't.
No,
Just a minute.
you have to turn off the whole thing. Ah, tillykke med de 30 år. Happy birthday. 30 years old. Yeah.
From Nana and Lillian.
Oh, from Nana and Lillian. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. That's yeah, Lillian. That's and oh, you even you even donated through Super Chat. Didn't have to do
Yeah, I
that.
was kind of busy here as well, and I tried to find this one.
Oh, it's the Silver Star glass. Yeah, that's the name of the place that I was working at in Canada. The ski resort was called Silver Star. Um, well, that's cool that you found that. I
So
actually
happy
totally
birthday,
forgot
Sonny.
that you had those. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who's here, everybody in the chat. Now I am officially 30 years old. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Old fart.
Oh yeah, you threw it right back in my face. Thank you so much, and please say hi to Lillian and Nana.
Oh well.
I'm sure they are sleeping now, or maybe Nana
No,
isn't. But
no. They just Nana just got home and
oh, okay.
then just gave me the note right now, so she's up as well.
Oh,
So
that's very sweet. And even Jonas, one of my very dear friends, he just wrote me 2 minutes ago. That means like he sent the message, or yeah, at midnight, also saying happy birthday. And he's looking forward to tomorrow. And yeah, I'm meeting him
yeah,
for brunch tomorrow. So um, that's really nice. That's really nice. I don't feel any different, really, but I guess that's always the
look
deal.
different. No, sorry.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey, what?
the gray hairs. Is
Yeah.
something going on?
No,
No,
no, no, no.
I do.
You
I
got the
actually,
hardship faced.
yeah. If I do like this, you
Yeah.
can see that it's getting just a little bit
Heart
like the
shaped.
heart shaped. Yeah,
It sounds
just
it sounds better than going bald. You have a heart shaped face.
yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
way better. Oh yeah, Golden
Yeah.
Gate Bridge hype. Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah, I
San
just found that
Francisco.
one. That was for Hubel. I biked across that one.
Nice, nice. I just stood still and
Yeah.
took pictures of it. But yeah,
Yeah, we biked across. We got some bikes and rode across it, so that was good.
that's I really yeah. We're gonna go there as soon as we can. Definitely.
Yeah.
Um, definitely. All right. I did see some other questions before. Um, have you watched? This is from Barra. Have you watched the Young Justice series? I have not. That's definitely some DC stuff that I will have to catch up on at some point. And then from Ashton, two things that I would love to see you and Kat react to in the future: Violet Evergarden anime and Scam. Oh, the Scam from Norway, the series.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet both of you would enjoy it a lot. Kat has already watched Scam, so it wouldn't be much of a reaction on her part. But I haven't watched it yet, and not neither of us have watched Violet Evergarden, the anime series, and that might be one of the shows that we're gonna throw on the poll that we're gonna be doing as soon as we're done with the Legend of Korra. But thank you very much for the recommendations. And thanks again to everybody who just wished me a happy birthday. Now that I am officially old.
30
No,
years old.
yeah, 30 years old. Um, and even getting a few gray hairs. You can't see them on camera, which is fine by me. But if you look real close, like in real life, you can see it,
I,
like a
I,
few gray
yeah,
streaks, like in on the sides here. Um, and I don't mind that either. Like as Kat always like, she's always telling me, you're gonna become a silver fox, and I'm gonna love it. So that's oh, that's always something.
my father, the real major, he had
Yes.
white hair that looked great.
Oh
He
yes.
cheated me out of that one.
His
Yeah.
hair and his white beard as well is just that was magnificent. it
I
oh,
always want to be a silver fox, but apparently I'm not gonna get to that point
get
because
the chance.
my hair fell off. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I just want to say real quick, he's not gone or anything. It's just he doesn't have any. It's like his hair is not really the same anymore.
Now my your grandfather, he's got Alzheimer's, so
Yeah,
he's not real there. He's kind of gone, still living. You know what I mean?
he's still alive. Yeah. But he is 93, 4,
Turning 93 is this year. Yeah,
turning 93.
turning 93. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But that's yeah, amazing.
he's from
What
928.
1928? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, was he?
yeah. Hubel, we have a gonna have a discussion about the pink fox thing because I know the white balance on this camera makes me look pink.
Oh yeah, that's a settings. That's on your end.
Yeah,
Um, let's see. Bree, happy birthday, Sonny. I've had gray hair since I was a teen. In my 20s now. Don't mind them. Cool. Yeah, and I certainly don't mind them either. I rather enjoy it actually. It just shows some mileage, I'm guessing.
I can grow some hair on the sides and it will be gray, but apart from that, on top of my head, I don't like being just half bald.
No, just
Then I'd rather go full bald.
go all the way. No half measures, full
No,
measures only.
no,
To quote Breaking, another amazing series.
yeah,
Oh, and Lillian just wrote me, um, saying
cool.
happy birthday. So please give her a big hug from me.
I will.
Perfect. Now I'm certainly making my way through this one as well, and
Good.
it's really good. Once again, you have to come visit soon so we can go down there and get some of these. Or
As in tomorrow. Is it open tomorrow?
oh yeah, oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
we're
pick you
gonna.
up. I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow. We can drive by that place and I can.
I
But
it might be. We'll
yeah,
look it up
yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah. Um, as a son of a painter, you can paint the hair black again. I think I'm gonna leave that to my mom, who's a hairdresser, because she that I think that's her department. If I'm ever going to do anything like that to my hair, which I'm not planning to. I've always had, well, no, I haven't always had this hair color. My hair has changed a lot since I was a kid. It's gotten darker and curlier as I've gotten older. Not quite sure what that is about, but yeah. And a question from Hubel. Major Dad, if you were going to play a video game, which one looks the most interesting? Well, you have already played several video games.
I enjoy playing Star Wars Galaxies, and right now I don't know which one I would pick. I enjoyed the. Now, if I should pick one now, it would probably be Red Dead Redemption, the one you're playing now.
Oh yeah,
If I had to pick one right now, because I enjoy the open world thing,
yeah, the
but
Western setting.
yeah, yeah, but there's none right out there right now that I would pick. I really wish they would find something like Star Wars Galaxy. I was playing that quite heavily for a while
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you
yeah.
as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And for those of you who don't know about it, it was a big open like MMO. That was like before World of Warcraft came out. We played it a lot, and it was a very deep and like so many options in that game. You can start out as any race, any character on any planet inside of the Star Wars universe, or like a lot of planets to choose from at least. and then you can just become whatever you'd like, and you can build cities, communities, towns with people, and have guilds, and become anything from a pistolier or a like, to a doctor or a tailor, armor smith, or you could try to do the impossible and become a Jedi, which took a lot of effort, and it was just amazing. And then World of Warcraft came out, and the developers behind that game thought, "Oh, that's what everybody wants. Let's just make it way more simple, and people can choose classes. And we're just gonna make it all about combat and
Yeah,
looting, and that's it." And yeah,
yeah.
that's a shame.
I enjoyed the Double Guys. You had to think about some. You could choose a profession where you had to think about things, so you can go out do all the combat stuff. But you could choose between the different things, and you could get a master in some kind of tailor or whatever or armor
Mm,
smith, and then you could just lose the points again and do something else. So it was
yeah.
more open to me, whereas the most of the games right now, I think they cater too much for young people, and I can say that because I'm an old guy. So yeah, they
Yeah.
cater for young people.
People who are more into like fast, quick paced action and just very like quick reflexes, stuff like that. Even
And
with like sometimes when I'm playing online and playing against people, I feel fucking old
uh,
playing against other people online because I'm like, how are you even able to like I barely saw you and now I'm dead. What's going on?
Yeah,
So yeah.
I want to enjoy the game, and this body is made for comfort, not for speed. So I want to enjoy the game, and
Mm,
if there's a little bit of math into it or whatever, so I have to think a little bit about what I do, where I do it. I
yeah.
like that,
Mm,
but they need to set it up in a way so I can do it casually because every now and then they actually expect me to work where I have my job. So
yeah, yeah. That's
yeah,
might be a fair expectation, but I guess I get why it can be annoying.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I thought they hired me for my good looks, but apparently they expect me to work.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Yeah. From Antonio, what's your expectations for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier next episode, or the next episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Um. Well, I'm just excited to see
My
Simo,
yeah.
Daniel
I
Brühl.
I enjoy getting a good villain, and I
Yes.
think Simo is a good villain. So I am looking forward to that, and I enjoy the banter between the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm looking forward to more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, like I said the last time, I want to get entertained for about 40-45 minutes, and so far it lives up to that. And I think it's a very good quality of just a series. It's a movie quality series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna ask Sonny to edit it all back into one movie afterwards, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That could be fun actually. Just trying to weave it together, I guess it wouldn't take a lot of effort, but just yeah, put it together and as
Just
like
like
a
you
whole.
promised me you would do with the Mandalorian.
Oh shit, I promised that? Oh,
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
well,
we'll get
okay.
there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
But yeah, just yeah, we're definitely just looking forward to watching the next episode, and we like doing those videos together, and just talking about it a little bit, and getting entertained, because that's what they're doing with that show, definitely. And then there also are, as people have pointed out in the comments, there also are a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of stuff in there for the hardcore fans, the people who really know the comics, and pick up on those references. And I do also want to say, like, just a quick correction or whatever you want to call it. It's not that we forgot that Captain America used a gun during World War II, or in the first movie. But what we were referring to when we said that's not very Captain America like, with the new Captain America, John Walker, walking around with a gun in his belt, is the fact that when Steve came back after World War II and when he woke up in modern times, you never saw him with a gun. Like he
Uh,
always just had his shield, and that's
he,
what I
he
meant.
he had a gun when he went into war. He did carry a gun, and that was okay. So,
And
but
that makes
it's not
sense.
very Captain America. Like, yeah,
No,
that
no,
that makes
he's
sense.
more
Yeah,
he's the shield,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's more
No.
him, and he doesn't necessarily need the offensive capabilities as much as he's just he's defending, um, even though he's an
But
Avenger. But
I, I
yeah.
I find it great with all the comments on the videos because I really can't keep track of all this. I did read a lot of the old Marvel comic books.
Hmm?
I did read. I still do read Marvel comic books, but it's sort of fanned out to all different areas and U.S. agent. I didn't remember much about that. I didn't see that one, and I didn't read that one. So
Mm.
there's a lot of good what do you call it, Easter eggs in that is being explained in the comments. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
That's
So
that's always really nice,
uh,
and I also do learn a lot from when people they comment on the videos and they're like, "Oh, did you
uh,
catch that and that and that?" And then some of the stuff I'll go like, "Oh yeah, I did catch that," or and then s- a lot of the time I'll go like, "Oh no, didn't know that piece of information. Oh, that's new to me," or "Oh, I didn't catch that. I'll have to rewatch it." That's always nice. Always nice. Did I see another question? Oh, I just said, oh, yeah, I just saw that Hoople. Maybe I mentioned this to you as well. Ghost of Tsushima. They're gonna do a movie based on that game, which is a game I'm sure I've mentioned to you a couple of times. A game
yeah,
that I absolutely love
I
playing.
watch you play that. I watch you playing it on Twitch
Yeah,
a couple of times. So I like that whole Japanese
Samurai.
samurai thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And the honor code they're in and how they played around with it in that story. And I really hope that
yeah,
movie is going to be good. Directed by Chad as the guy who directed John Wick. Have you seen those movies with Keanu Reeves?
yeah, 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 yeah. I did. Yeah,
Great action
I
movies.
enjoyed those. Yeah, yeah.
Great action in
And
those movies.
as
Yeah.
long as it's Japanese or samurai stuff, it relates a little bit to history, and then I kind of get the gist of it. So
Definitely. And I just hope,
yeah,
yeah, they're gonna do it. Hopefully they're going to do it right and gonna keep to the story and hire, awesome Japanese actors to play these characters and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking very much forward to it. And then Thomas Relax says that Star Wars Galaxy sounds a bit like Lord of the Rings Online. Um, I dipped my toes into that
yeah.
game at one point, but I'm sure it has evolved a lot since I played it the first time. Have you ever played
No,
it or heard about it? No.
no, I'm still trying to recover from Star Wars Galaxy not
The
being
loss of that
out there
game.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It
I
takes me about 5 to 10 years to recover from that. So
I think it's been more than 10 years since that happened, but yeah.
probably, yeah,
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 probably,
yeah.
probably.
Well, yeah. That was in 2005 that I was playing it
A
on
lot. Yeah.
3 or 4 computers. One of at the base in another part of Denmark. I was stationed there away from the family, and I had 3 computers brought over there so I could play the game with myself. Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Sounds sad, and it was kind of sad, but yeah, from 2005 until 21, yeah, it's been more than 10
You
years
had
since I
multiple
really was
characters
in there.
that you were, playing with, like
At the
buffing,
same time, yeah.
using one character to buff another character and
Uh,
creating armor and clothes and back and forth. And
Yeah,
of course, I was also playing, and yeah,
yeah.
but it
I
was a
was
lot
kind
of
of
fun.
a sad guy, sad person that time. Just
No.
being another place away from the family. What could I do at the evening? I could play video games. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm sure many people can relate to that. Oh, thank you so much, Lola, for the birthday wishes there. Thank you so much. And yeah, I guess yeah, it's now. past, or it's more than 20 minutes past midnight here in Denmark. And I did mention early on that I
Gonna
am,
be a
yeah, I am going to be on another show or on another channel called Call to Action. I did share a tweet on our Twitter page. So, and if you aren't following us on Twitter, the link is down in the description below. You can go over there and you can find it. And then both Kat and I are going to be on that stream in about 4 hours. No, three and a half hours or something. We're gonna be on that stream and talking about the Schmodown and the first class league, which is something that we're going to be a part of inside of the Schmodown. It's a professional movie trivia space with a lot of awesome people in there. Maybe even some people you've heard of before. If you're into wrestling, you might know someone like Chris Jericho. If you are into movies or certain kinds of movies, you might have heard of Kevin Smith. He's a part of it. And just yeah, a lot of awesome, great people over there, and we're gonna be talking there with some of those people over on the Call to Action podcast or Call to Action channel about the Schmodown and the first class league, and I think maybe like one of the really big hitters inside of the Schmodown, Ben Bateman, he's going to join us. I don't know if we're going to be on at the same time as him, but I know he's going to be part of that stream. Well, at least. So yeah, that's that was just a way for me to tell you guys that we're probably going to end this stream very soon, just so that I can get a quick nap before before going live again on another channel and talking some more. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna have another quick nap and then get up and go out and get some brunch with the friend that I mentioned earlier, and celebrate
you can
my birthday a
always
little bit more.
sleep when you get old.
Exactly. And even though I'm turning 30, I'm not old just yet.
Not at all. Just
Cheers, cheers. Oh yeah. All right. Just seeing if there are any other questions. I
bye,
did.
Timothy.
Oh
He said
yes.
goodbye. So
Oh
yeah,
yes. See you, Timothy. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't that far down into. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and all the questions and everything, and yeah, just being a part of this community. Thank you so much. And I just saw Thomas mentioning back when the good Star Wars Battlefront 2 was around. That was my favorite Star Wars game. Oh yeah, the old Battlefront games. Those were pretty damn excellent. I have heard
yeah.
that the newer versions of Battlefront or the newer version of Battlefront 2, it has gotten better. It was a little bit of a rough start for that game when it came out, but yeah, the old ones they were amazing. Have you played the games Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Injustice 2? No, but I've heard about them and I've seen some of the cinematics because I was interested in the stories, in the story they were telling, where it was kind of like a dark version of Superman and some of the other heroes inside of DC who are usually good guys. And I found that interesting. I'm not too much into fighting games, but I did find the story interesting. Might check them out at some point. And then just Hubel saying, I'm praying for a Pod Racer remake still. Pod Racer, do you remember that game?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
that
Yeah,
that that was a good Star Wars racing game, actually.
it was.
Enjoyed that
My
growing up.
biggest issue with playing these games on the PlayStation is, as you know,
Mm,
I don't work very well with the what do you call it
controller.
the
C-
controller for that.
yeah.
I have about 10-15 minutes where I'm doing okay, and then I'm just exhausted, like I've been working out for about an hour or so because
Plus
I'm
you like
too tense.
you're tensing up. Yeah, you're squeezing the damn thing.
I'm gonna I'm gonna break that goddamn thing. But on the computer with the keyboard and the mouse, it works a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
sure a lot of people feel like that as well. a lot of people. Brace Jews only able to just join, but hello to Major Dad. Hopefully, we'll see some history bits sometime. Yes, we do want to get back into that and look at some more history related stuff, be it movies or series or other YouTube
Yeah.
videos or something. We're gonna get
As people suggested, we could do some short videos from YouTube and just go through those because I enjoy history very much. And as some people have been writing to me, and I think Brace might be one of them, we could sit down, have a beer somewhere, and talk about history. Probably make a good hour about that.
yeah
Also, yeah,
yeah
I enjoy talking about history, and I remember some stuff, and the rest I'll just invent along the way. And
yeah yeah
I like having people in front of me who can correct me as well. So
definitely just learning. We're
yeah,
always learning. Always, no
yeah.
matter how old we get. That's you always
And
need to
good
leave
thing
room for
about
that.
history, when you go back to World War II or even the Korean War or Vietnam, the war in Vietnam, uh, it's not. It's it's enough far back in history for me to discuss it.
Mm,
As soon as we go to history now, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and so on, there's still so many feelings in there.
mm,
Uh, Feelings sort of falls a little bit down over time, and I enjoy history because we can talk about it
mm.
and base it on books and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, yes. Stay a
So
bit more,
that
or
that
have a bit more distance to things. Sometimes it helps when talking about, and especially something as serious as wars inside of history. And when you're saying, yeah, feelings
also
involved, and yeah.
when you get closer to history, that was just a few years back. I was part of it, so
Mm.
it hits a little bit closer to home.
Yeah.
So
And
if there's been a lot of question about let's watch Generation X. I watched the series already, so it'd be a
oh,
rewatch for me.
mm.
And at the same time, it's too close to home for me. So, but
Yeah, to talk
I
about it,
might,
and yeah.
yeah, I can talk about it, but I might have some feelings about it. I might have a bit of attitude.
Yes, and I totally get that. Generation Kill is the one that you're referring
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
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 and
yeah,
and a lot of people have been asking us. And yeah, that's the reason why we're not going to be reacting to that on the channel, but there's definitely something else, a lot that we can get into when it comes to history and also wars through history. Yeah.
yeah. I would gladly discuss Generation Kill or Generation Kill. I think it's called.
Mm,
I would gladly discuss it one on one over a beer because then I can watch your face as I come across with my attitude and you come across with your attitude. But on
mm.
the screen, two dimensional, I think my attitude might come across in a different way that you really want it. So that's why I want some distance from history.
Yeah. It's easier having it, just face to face, talking with someone about it like that, instead of
Yeah,
through videos and comment sections, and you can't really get a good sense of people in the same way, especially when it's sensitive subjects. So yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Um, but yeah, anyways, guys, I think yeah, I said we're just gonna have fun for about an hour or so, and now it's been almost 2 hours, but that's how it is usually on this channel. So unless you have any other questions, and you are free to still ask them in the chat, Streamlabs or Super Chat. But if you don't have any other questions, then we are probably going to wrap up in just a few minutes. Oh, I did see. Okay, one question did come in. What's your plans for celebrating your birthday after sleeping? And that's from Antonio. Yeah, after sleeping and after being on the stream there, and then yeah, going out and having some brunch or yeah, getting something to eat with a good friend of mine before he goes off to work, and then I'm gonna meet up with my dad, Major Dad, and then maybe we're gonna have a beer together or something. And then later in the evening, I'm going out for beers with another really good friend of mine. I've already mentioned him, Zach, who's already been on this channel a couple of times, both on reaction videos and then once on one of these live streams or on catch up with Sonny. And when I say go out, we can't really, go out mm, like on pubs, like to pubs or to the
It's
city.
all closed down. Yeah.
It's all closed down. So I'm going to his place, and then we're probably gonna have some beers there. So that's my plans for my 30th. Just can't really
Yeah.
do much more than that, but I don't need much more than that right now. I'm just
No.
happy to spend time with people that I love.
All in all, good
Mm,
night to all out there. And switching to Danish. Tillykke med fødselsdagen, Sonny. Jeg er super stolt af det, du laver.
tack.
Tillykke med de 30 år. Du er sgu blevet en stor dreng. Hvordan du kan blive så stor, uden at jeg er blevet en skid ældre, det
Uh,
aner jeg ikke. Og det er jeg nødt til at sige på dansk.
yeah, that's yeah. He just had to
Og
say that
du
in
runder
Danish.
bare af.
Yeah, yeah,
Ja.
yeah. That's yeah, thank you so much for joining me here, Major Dad, and for the kind words. And you guys don't know what he said, but it was very kind and in Danish. And thank you all so much for joining both of us here, just spending time with us while we're just chatting about anything and everything. Having a few beers, having some laughs, answering questions from you guys. It's really been a blast, and I can't wait to do this again very soon. Maybe not exactly like this, but I'm gonna let you know what's gonna happen on the next catch up with Sunny. But yeah, thank you all so much once again, and for all the happy birthday wishes. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate all of your support, be it donations, and once again, yeah, thank you so much to Timothy and Hubel. Hubel, yeah, thank you so much for donating today, and helping keep this channel afloat, and just for being a part of the community. Thank you to all you guys, and I'll see you, or we will see you very soon. Bye.